I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Miles.
I'm Kara.
And we are the Inner Idiot.
The following podcast has strong language, violence, and other things you probably shouldn't let your children listen to. Please enjoy.
It's a big old knee. I do got a big old knee. Drop what you're doing. Swallow what you're chewing. Because we don't want you choking from all this joking. It ain't wet from sweating. We ain't done yet. So lube up them ear holes. Or we're going in dry, people. Welcome to the Inner Idiot Podcast. That was a nice yawn, Shorty.
Everybody gets to hear that.
Yeah, that was a big one. I am the big, the bald, the beautiful, the brash, the bumbling, and the oftentimes bastardly MC Tyler Havlin, and I talk slow and I walk slower. Except when I do my intros. Like, my intros usually come out pretty fast.
So 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Woo! Thanks, Kara, for that very energetic woo. Next up, we got the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books. He's been petting kitty and grabbing titty since December something 2020, dumb. I forgot the date at this point, and I know if I just keep saying it differently.
The 11th.
The 11th. All right. He ain't got a shirt on, and that's all for you, ladies. 2 claps and Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Fresh in the flesh. Woo! What happened there? We'll try it again on the next go round. Next up, don't give her directions because she's gonna get lost anyways. If you're on time, you are on time today. It was fucking glorious. She is the Duchess of Dangerous. 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Did you jump the gun, or was that just your leg slap?
Just my leg.
Okay,
but I'm protesting. She doesn't woo. I'm not wooing her.
I still got to woo her, man.
I'm not doing it.
We tried this once. It didn't work.
Okay, fuck it.
She'll stand her ground. She's stubborn. All right, 2 claps and Ric Flair from this Caribbean. Woo! Oh, that was the best woo ever.
Golly, he was excited.
Dan, you just
We're gonna have to put a
my
warning
insides with that.
on the podcast.
Man.
Oh, wow. You know what? Thinking of it, we don't have Ev in the background telling us to shut up.
No. It's very strange,
Yeah,
man.
that hit me on that woo. That's why I went for it. I'm kind of proud of it.
Next up, raise your glasses and shake your asses. He'll give you bad news even if you're in church pews. He is the Baron of Bourbon and Beer. 2 claps and Ric Flair for bad news, Dan Hancock. Woo!
I went polite on that one.
Went flat. Woo. Okay. All right.
I say woo. I say woo.
So I have something new to throw at you guys today.
Oh, shit.
And I figured, you know what? We can try this once in a while. I'm going to tell you 3 statements. 2 of them are going to be true, and 1 of them's going to be a lie.
Oh, I love this game.
Yeah. And they're going to be about me.
Yeah.
And maybe every episode everybody can do one. Like next episode, Shorty, you can do one. But here we go. Statement number 1. I have stripped at a gay bar. Statement number 2. I have rode a horse, and let me tell you what, riding a horse will fuck you up so bad when you're a big guy. And number 3, I have given 2 eulogies in my life. Shorty, which one do you think
The riding of the horse.
is what?
Fake.
All right.
False.
Kara, what do you think?
The eulogies.
And Dan, what do you think?
I'm going to go with the eulogies. Even though, yeah, I'm going to go with the eulogies.
Okay. All right. Well,
I like how we all agreed that he did strip at a gay bar, though.
Well, I've heard this story multiple times.
I made great money at it. I did it like 2 or 3 times.
Did you show your butthole?
I don't think I should. Like, it was before I was real comfortable with buttholes. And I was in a gay bar, and, like, I wasn't as open-minded then, so...
These motherfuckers actually might touch my butthole.
Yeah, I was probably afraid that my butthole might actually get touched. I have not rode a horse. I haven't. I have, however, given 2 eulogies. And let me tell you what, giving a eulogy is hard. It's not a simple thing to do.
No.
But speaking of funerals, it brings me to today's top 5.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Top 5 things you shouldn't do or say at a funeral. Dano, you're up, my guy.
Why do I always go first?
That's just where you sit. If you sit where Kara's sitting, then Kara's got to go.
All right, number 5. I've never seen them looking better.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Number 4. Is anybody else turned on by dead people?
I'm definitely here for that one.
Number 3. It's a shame his mistress couldn't be here.
I like how we're all assuming that the dead person is a dude.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say for my example, the person is a dude. It's nice that we all can get together like this. We should do it more often. And number 1. So you're single now.
You know that one. I did something a little different for my top 5 today. I took it to the people, right? And that one actually came up a lot. It did.
Okay.
All right, Kara, you're up.
Number 1 is make a high energy kid sit through the
Eulogy.
eulogy without anything to do. And this is because Liam, I sat right next to him at the last funeral that we went to.
Grandma Brown's.
Yes. And the pastor that was speaking said something about how Grandma Brown seemed to favor him over everybody else. And Liam just goes, "No, she didn't." Like, yells us out. And thankfully only like our row heard him say it. But I was just like sitting there like, he did not just say that.
Good.
He's in the family. I can see that happening.
And then 2 is show up late and make a loud interrupted entrance.
Oh, excuse me. That's my seat over there. Excuse me.
Like, do you come in and bust the doors open, throw your coat back behind you, and stand there like an international man of mystery? Because that would be fucking great.
Lift your oversized white sunglasses up and put them on your head.
Shout the name of the guy dead. Dave!
Poor Dave.
Or whoever, female. I'm still going with the dead
Linda!
And then 3 is complain that it stinks.
Please do. Man, this guy really smells today. Have you ever been to a funeral and, like, it just stunk?
Yeah.
Really? I don't think I've ever been to one and, like, noticed the smell. Besides smelling like grandma.
Honestly, that's one of the reasons they put flowers all around the casket, because they never know. They can't guarantee that the body's not going to release gas at any time. Your body, for like 6-7 days, it's releasing gases and shit like that. So,
Even after embalming.
yeah, and then
embalming doesn't smell good either.
no, and then embalmers make a shit ton of money.
Do they?
Oh
Oh,
god,
fuck yeah, dude.
yeah,
Imagine being at my funeral and I just ripped killer ass.
yeah. They ooh,
I'd be upset.
I would giggle a little bit.
I mean, dude, if you didn't laugh at my funeral.
However, if I end up going to your funeral, I'm gonna put a fart box like noise thing in the casket.
I'm gonna
Bro,
put a tip jar.
Those are both awesome ideas, and I'm here for it.
I got you, bud. I know what you want. I know what you would stand for.
Or
I'm
lay
here
for.
But I
Or
think
lay for.
I think you farting, if you're dead and you farting, would be just the perfect way for you to go out, for
it
everybody
would.
to remember you. Like, yep, that's how he goes.
Perfect. So you had 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's about standard.
Yeah, 3's the happy 5 for Kara.
Yeah. All right, Shorty, you're up.
All right, so these are 5 things that I've actually said at a funeral and have gotten yelled at for. Number 1, everyone's sitting around bummed out. I'm trying to liven the mood. And I say, guys, listen, this is a real bummer. We can't spell funeral without fun. And I got hit.
You got hit.
Who
Yeah,
hit you?
So,
Automitis.
man, you should have got clapped. Not like clapped. Like, I don't want you to get clapped. My
It
guy.
was funny because like my buddy, it was his brother, and he was like, "Thank you," and I was like, hey, "No problem, bud," because he was like, fucking in that situation, he's all fucking awkward and shit, just trying to like keep everybody else happy, whatever. He's trying to be the rock of his family, and like I knew his brother, but it didn't affect me. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be like, "Hey, gang, like what's going on?" whatever. And I got another one is like, hey, can I see how comfortable that casket is? That's not a good thing to say at a funeral. And let's see. Oh, you look like you're doing much better now that they're gone. I
like it.
That's a true statement. So you're getting paid for this, right? Inheritance was my insinuation.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them all.
The last one I can think of is don't glorify them. They were a bigger piece of shit than you're making them out to be.
Wow.
That one should be said at more funerals, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Because once a person dies, they all of a sudden it's like everything ever dumb they've ever done is just forgotten.
Yeah.
I want people to talk about the dumb shit I did. Like, dude, he was kind of an asshole.
Well, it wasn't even dumb shit. Like, they were just genuinely like, I went through his obligation, but they were a big piece of shit, and I was just like, this is a dumb fucking thing. Like, we should not be, because they were like, oh, it's a celebration of life, and I'm like, no, nobody liked this motherfucker. The only people that are here are family.
Yeah.
This person was a huge piece of shit.
You know, in general, now that I think about it, I typically don't go to funerals or weddings.
They're both so much fun, though. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, they're both great things to go
Dude,
to.
when you die, I think we're all gonna get together and be like,
It better be the most.
I'm gonna wait till
heartfelt
you're in the
woo.
ground and piss on it. I'm probably gonna poop on it just for the sake of it.
I feel like I would appreciate that.
Yeah, like I'm
Like,
not gonna
there's
piss on
humor
it.
Shorty would take a squatty.
Yeah, there's humor in that. He's fertilizing the ground around me and on top of me.
I have a plan to like desecrate like several of my friends' graves when they die, just because it's what they would want.
Like how so? Just pooping on them, or
My buddy asked me to hump his tombstone.
How are you gonna time this?
Huh?
Like,
I
are you
haven't
just
really
gonna
deci-
sit in the grave area until you have to take a shit?
If
I
I'm
mean-
driving by, like, ooh, I gotta poop.
take some X-Lax beforehand.
I'm not gonna fucking make myself have to shit.
This went gross real fast.
Depending on what like area you're fucking buried in, like it ain't gonna be that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Just be like fucking. If you're buried over here, fucking Forest Lawn or whatever it is, drive by that almost every day.
I just want somebody to put me in their backyard. I ain't even gotta be in a cemetery. Just one of my friends or family just need to bury me in the backyard.
Like a family dog?
Yeah, like a family dog.
Oh my god.
I want to be buried in an undisclosed location where nobody knows.
With treasure?
Maybe with something. I don't know.
$1,000 just to get like.
Yeah.
It's not super tempting, but it's just tempting enough. You're like, oh man, like I could really use $1,000 right now. Well, you know, fucking Dan died and fucking took 1,000 with him. What do you mean he took 1,000 with him? It's literally in the box with him. Fuck, where's he at? Here's a treasure map with 5 hits. I'm fucking here for that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. You got any more?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, today I did something different. I took to Twitter and Facebook for the top 5, and it turned into more than 5. More than 5.
Speaking of funerals.
Just to get some interaction with you guys and to see where your heads are at. So we're going to start this out. Top a lot of things you shouldn't say or do from funeral as told by the people. I didn't know him. I'm just here for free donuts and coffee. Like, what would you say if somebody showed up to a funeral and like, I'm just here for the donuts and coffee? Can't be mad at them. It's efficient, right? Next up, take them a get well soon card.
That's happened before.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Get well soon. No, this ain't for the widow. This is for the dead guy. All right. Next one up, lucky bastard.
Dark.
And this next one, so this one seems to be a recurring theme also. So the wife is single now?
Yeah.
Again, we're assuming that the dead person's a dude. I mean, men die earlier than women. So, okay.
Typically, yeah.
It doesn't have to be a man.
Did you just assume that corpse gender?
Yes, I did.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are women that marry women.
That is also fair.
That is true, but usually their wives aren't hot.
Okay, for this example,
Tyler!
the corpse is a male.
There's not many two lipstick lesbians don't get together. It's usually lipstick lesbian and butch boy.
So you're shooting 50-50. All right? I don't like those odds. Next up, again, along the same line, damn, his wife is hot in that little black dress.
That's fucking weird.
It is weird, but those little black dresses.
No, I'm here for it, dude. Like,
Chef kisses. All right, next up. This one comes from... I'm going to say who this one came from because his name's in it anyways. This one comes from Jake the Hater over at Bleach Bros. She asked me to spread her around the ocean. It was really weird carrying a corpse around the beach for this OnlyFans request. The family responds, her ashes, Jake. Her
that's
ashes.
funny.
It's fucking great. I love it. I'm here for it. Next up, so I wasn't supposed to wear this Grim Reaper outfit? Imagine coming to a funeral dressed as a Grim Reaper.
I have that a request as of from one of my friends. He was like, "Hey, Shorty, I need you to do me a favor." Got it.
Yeah, don't dress for the job you have. Dress for the job you want. Next up, can we hurry this up? I got lots of living to do. Tell their mom they tasted good. Very odd.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who did that one?
Oh, that one comes from B-Word over at Bleach Bros, actually.
That dude should be banned for life.
No, I love that guy. And don't worry, if you contributed to this list, you're going to get a shout out in the second segment just because I didn't write all your names down. I need my phone to do that. Next up, we have this buffet is shit. Where's the daughter at?
What?
Right? Can't wait for my turn. Sad, but funny. Alright, next up, homeboy once ate a live coyote. Bro was built like a street shark. I don't know why, that one brought me a lot of joy. Saying dude was built like a street shark. You remember street sharks? Anybody? They had big upper bodies and little tiny legs. It was fucking great. You gotta sing this next one. Another one bites the dust. Ow. Alright, next up. Who's the dead guy? I'm DoorDashing Taco Bell. Anybody want anything? Taco Bell at a funeral just doesn't seem like a good idea. We're already talking about it stinking and stuff, so just doesn't seem like the best route to take. We know they'll be looking up at us.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely going to be said at my funeral. Next up, anyone got change for a 50? I'm double parked. I like that one. The next one is subtle, but good. I'm about to starve to death.
That's funny.
I really liked that one. Next up, we got, are we sure they're dead? Wouldn't that be some shit, like, be at a funeral? I wonder how many times that's actually happened. I mean, it probably hasn't happened in the modern age because of embalming. Mm-hmm. But I wonder how many times, like, somebody thought somebody was dead and then just at the funeral they sit up like, what the fuck's going on,
Dude,
fellas?
they buried people alive all the time. And
Yeah,
they
they
put
used to tie strings with bells on the top.
Yeah, that happened like apparently all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That guy's been sleeping more than 9 hours. He must be dead. Put him in the ground, Johnson.
If you ever see Shorty sleep more than 9 hours, he's probably dead. Alright, next up. I told him it was a bad idea, but fuck, it was funny.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how Shorty's gonna go.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
I told him not to do it, but goddamn, we got a good laugh. Alright, next up, this is my last one, and this is something that somebody actually did. So, this fella, I don't know the name. I have to look it up. He and his wife went to the funeral of her grandmother that she had never met. So when they got to the viewing, and it was their turn to walk up to the casket, he walked first, and as she walked, he turned to her and said, "Honey, I'd like for you to meet your grandma." Fucking legend.
That shit's good.
Oh, I thought so. And this isn't something you really say. I mean, it is. But somebody else texted me yesterday, completely unrelated to. It wasn't yesterday. It was the day before. Completely unrelated to. They hadn't seen my post, and they're like, "Yo, saying I'm sorry and I apologize are the same thing, unless you're at a funeral."
Yeah?
Yeah, right. And I was like, "Dude, did you see my post? Why didn't you just put this on my post?" He's like, "What post?" It's perfect. Perfect.
Top notch. I love it.
Yeah, that was actually Chad Duncan.
Was it?
Yeah, Polka Prince.
Yeah.
All right, that's your top allots for today. So, Face World was a little empty today, but for the couple of you that have watched, thank you for joining us. We're going to go to break. And when we come back, I'm going to do shout-outs to everybody that
I
contributed.
guess I ought to start tagging Josh in this.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
But go ahead, hit the button.
Fuck! Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And we're back, and like I promised, some shout-outs for those of you that have contributed to today's top 5. First up from Facebook, we got Corey, Ray, Christopher, Todd, Cody, Sean, Rory. Who else do we got?
That was one name. That's one dude.
What? Which one? No, that was a couple names.
Tori, Rod, Cody, James. Their parents just really liked him and couldn't decide on a name and gave them all.
Right? Sean
Donnie
Walters,
has 4 names.
Jake Medosak, Martin Jones, Matt Kolb, AJ Limer, Brian Howard, Josh Rosenberg, and Kimberly Lauren Morse. Thank you all for your contribution to today. Next up, we got the Twitterverse. This list will be a little shorter, I think. We got Trash Panda, Better Left Unsaid, 360 Fail, Welcome to Game Corp, the Moose Lounge Podcast, shout out to Moose and Baby Buffalo, Opinionated Lushes, Attitude Era, TA2 Squid, The Bricked Pit, Discussion Gangsters, Arthur Howe, Los Lounge, Porn Stash, Everyman, Nerds, I don't know that word, Nerds Amalgamated, I don't know, and Hops Geeks News. I did forget to put out Nerds because I meant you have to sing it when you say it. So the last thing that you shouldn't say at a funeral is, and I'm going to sing it, please don't everybody get excited at once. You say it best when you say nothing at all. There you go. I thought that was a really good one. I mean, I can't sing, but when I read it, I sung it to myself.
I'm enchanted.
You should be.
Alluring.
So those are the shout-outs for today's top 5. How's your guys' weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend?
I worked through the weekend.
While I pull up our next
It was
thing.
good.
I drank a lot. Like every fucking day, dude.
What were you drinking this weekend? Anything in particular?
Beer.
Your usual?
Just beer?
Beer. Everywhere I kept going because it's Oktoberfest. I'm like, hey, a beer is $7, but for $15, you get this nice big liter mug you can take with you, and we'll fill it full of beer. Well, okay. I don't need 4 of them, but I did. And then just, yeah.
Donnie and I went to a, skateboard art show.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds dope.
It was kind of cool.
And the tattoo convention.
Yeah, we did do the tattoo convention. The funny
I
thing
wasn't
was...
invited.
Huh?
I wasn't invited.
You were busy working.
I could have
I
gone
was working-
after I got off work.
That's very fair.
I was working and I got invited.
You know what, Ty?
I didn't know you were working. I knew you were. That's why I didn't invite you, and I'm sorry. No, but at the skateboard convention or whatever, or the little art thing they had or whatever, it was pretty neat. A couple of Don's friends were artists up there that had done skateboards or whatever, but they had live music, and it was kind of terrible. Not for them themselves, but like the venue was not designed for it. I mean, the venue itself was probably the same size as my basement.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they tried to play live music in that?
Yeah, and like
Okay.
it was way too loud. The fucking speakers were facing outward towards you, so there was like no fucking dampening or anything in
Kind of
there.
like karaoke in the bar.
Yes, it's fucking god awful.
Yeah.
Like the audio was just terrible or whatever. But then like on the way home, Donnie and I and his buddy Austin are just bullshitting back and forth or whatever, saying how, like, kind of mocking them, you know, joking like, man, they sucked, but it wasn't their fault because of the way the music sounded or whatever. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking broke up. And we kind of laughed about it. And then fucking the next day, Donnie's like, bro, that band broke up because they got into an argument about sound quality and shit like that.
That's hilarious.
It was pretty fucking funny. Then, of course, he had the tattoo convention, which was a lot of fun, just walking around. I saw a couple guys that I knew.
And you're kind of a piece of shit.
And I am a huge piece of shit. A lot of my friends are not happy with me, and that's okay.
We still love you with that tattoo.
I can't wait to show Miles.
Yeah, Miles is going to be the only one that really appreciate. I appreciate it because of where it came from.
Yeah.
But you really could have chose something else.
No.
All right? It came from, those of you listening, it's nothing offensive, really. It's Full Metal Alchemist. And it's just something from an anime, and it makes us all very sad. Okay?
And it brings me a shit ton of joy. And I can't tell you how excited the artist was when I said what I wanted to get. Because, like, we go up to his booth or whatever, and he's got a lot of different anime stuff or whatever. And, like, they immediately notice, you know, my arm or whatever. And we're sitting there talking about it. And the girl who was working the front, like, their little desk or whatever, she had a Full Metal Alchemist tattoo. We were sitting there bullshitting about it. She's like, I was like, what I really want to get is Nina as a Chimera. And the artist was like, bro, I want to do that so fucking bad. So I told him what I wanted to get. He's like, dude, can you, like, how long are you going to wait here? Because we got there pretty much when it opened. And we did not leave until I didn't leave until literally after they had closed. Because, like, dude was like, I won't be done. I don't have an opening until 8 o'clock. All right, we'll see where we're at. So we walked around. We found an artist for Donnie. By the time Donnie was getting tattooed, I had, like, just about 2 hours until my guy was open. So I went back and he was like, he straight up, like, they didn't take my name or anything down, but they were telling people, like, hey, I'm not tattooing anymore today. Like, I got plans at 8 o'clock. Like, you can't come over here. Like, don't bother because I got plans or whatever. I showed back up and they're like, all right, exactly how you want to do this. And I told him, and he's like, dude, I can't fucking wait. So good.
Love it. I mean, I don't love
The
it.
whole time his girlfriend, like, because she's seen it, she was like, it's really cool tattoo, but it makes me so sad.
It does.
Did he take pictures for his portfolio?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
people are just going to be flipping through this portfolio and going, oh my god.
Yes,
If
exactly.
they know what it is, then yeah. there
Well, I
you
mean,
go.
he's prolifically known for anime and cover-ups. That's what he does. Like, his whole portfolio is nothing but anime tattoos and then the before and afters of cover-ups.
Okay.
So, because he does a lot of heavy color saturation and stuff like that. So, it was just, he was way too hyped for it. As I was laying there getting tattooed, fucking, I saw people were like, oh, look, anime, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, are you doing an anime tattoo right now? He's like, hell yeah. And, like, they would look and they're like, oh, my God, what the fuck? Dude, it was so good. It makes me so happy.
All right. Well, let's get on to today's topic. All right. And I want to know how many of you are guilty of some of these things. I pulled this from Did You Know Facts group on Facebook. It is the top 25 things said by jerks. And I can tell you already that I'm going to be guilty of a lot of these.
Okay.
All right. First one is it's not an apology. So just saying, after saying something completely inappropriate, ignorant, or unintelligently. giving their personal take on a controversial trend they know little to nothing about. So how many people in this room say just saying?
Oh, all the time.
All the fucking time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really think I say it that often.
I don't usually say it after something bad, though.
Probably said it, but I can't like hammer down a time that you've said it.
Dano, you alright over there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I'm starting to get hangry a little bit. I'm
Oh.
going to start talking about food. I'm just saying.
Next one, the heading is said, spot on. Do you know who I am? My dad owns a dealership. So anytime somebody says, do you know who I am? Like, that is a definite jerk saying.
we do that at work, me and a few guys. Just like, do you know who the fuck I am? And that's it.
Bro, that is something I've never said. Have you ever said it, Kara? Probably not.
No.
What about you, Dano?
No.
No?
I've said that at my own house when people don't know it's my house.
Now, I will say that the last time somebody said that to me, it was a very, very short, angry man. And he said, do you know who I am? And I said, the leader of the Lollipop Guild. And it did not go over well. Probably doesn't help that he was a supervisor.
Now,
at work.
I've said it as a question. Like, some dude bumped into me, and, like, spilled his beer. He's like, watch where you're fucking going, Shorty. I was like, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Because I was, like, confused. I was like, oh, that's right. That's an insult. My bad, bro.
And conversely, if somebody says, do you know who I am? And you don't know who they are, and they have to tell you, then that comment completely backfires on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't give me excuses is next on the list.
You gotta talk sweet to it.
What'd you do? Did you break it?
My mic went limp.
Oh, you gotta hate it when things get flaccid.
Give it Viagra.
Just gotta say sweet nothings to it.
Shorty was the Viagra for this situation. For the microphone, people. Don't look at me weird. Alright, don't give me excuses. That was the next on the list. I've probably said that to my kids.
My manager said that.
Yeah. Next one, and this is a good one, and this is something I've probably said like ages ago, but I will not say it now, is don't be so sensitive. It is not something I like when everybody's like, men need to be more sensitive, and then, like, it's just, don't tell somebody not to be so sensitive.
I can't recall of a time that I've said that.
Or it's for your own good. You'll thank me for this someday.
I've said that before. I've said that to Owen.
Yeah. That's usually a very parental thing to say. Dan, you look like you had something to say, bud.
No. I'm just trying to think as you're going through the list, is there anything that I've said? Like, and I think I do this one a lot, is I apologize in advance when I know I'm about ready to tear into somebody. But I guess at some level, if I say that, it's okay.
No, it's not.
It's not.
But you're just making yourself feel better, and I'm here for it. The next one is, that's just the way I am.
I fucking hate that.
I know.
God, I
it is
hate
so
that.
awful. And
Especially if you're being a giant cocksucker, and then you say that, like, man, why?
the next one. All right, the next one is something that I have talked about so much in my life. I don't know if I've ever said it on the show. But if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. This is the worst statement known to man.
That is so many. You just called out so many white bitches.
Probably. But here's the thing. Like, all you're doing is saying, if you can't handle me when I'm a motherfucker, then you can't reach into my cookie jar when I decide that I'm going to be nice. It's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't be a piece of shit.
These microphones work from the top.
Yeah. Up here.
I like it like this.
Do you? Okay. I want it that
I like it
way.
like this. It works.
Does it work?
But I can't fucking stand that
No,
shit, dude.
it is-
I can't fucking. Dude, every time some chick stands out, I'm like, so you have the personality of a fucking wet carrot, right?
Exactly.
Wet carrot.
A wet carrot,
A wet
yes.
Sitting there thinking,
None.
wet carrot.
Yeah, you ever had a conversation with a wet carrot? It doesn't go well. Fuck. All right, you'll change your mind. Is the next on the list. I personally don't like that one, but I feel like it can be said more in a joking manner.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said that.
All right, what do we got next? I tell it how it is.
Yeah, that's a real dick fucking thing to say.
It really is, because you don't tell it how it is. You tell it how it is for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you.
Well, it's just you're just defending or trying to defend why you're a dick, and trying not to sound like you're being a dick. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm just telling you how it is. Like, no, motherfucker. Like, you're just being a dick about it.
Yeah. So the next one, I think everybody in this room's parents are probably guilty of this one, and I'm guilty of this one as a parent. When a child asks why, or anybody for that matter,
Because I said so.
because I said so, because I
that.
can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
I do that as an older sister.
Yeah, and apparently that's like one of the worst things you can say to somebody. But I use it a lot with my kids. Like when I don't feel like explaining myself.
I mean, it's basically saying, like, my house, my rules, get bent. You don't need to add the get bent part on there, but...
Next one is calling yourself an alpha is the most beta thing you can do. That's
no shit.
That's not the quote, but it's like when somebody says they're an alpha. Like if you have to say you're an alpha,
You're not an alpha.
right? Like you don't have to remind. Like for one, we're human beings. We're not fucking wolves, right? Two, if you have to remind somebody that you're an alpha, obviously you're not the fucking alpha because they don't give a fuck,
I've retorted with that, like the alphabet.
right? Here we go. With all due respect.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I apologize beforehand,
Yeah.
but with all due respect. Have you ever heard anybody...
I say that when I know I'm about to just fucking go off on somebody. With all due respect, and just fucking 10-minute rant.
Yeah.
I had one and I just lost it.
You should find it.
But
I will.
ironically, only if I have respect for him. Like, actual respect, and I'm just frustrated and, like, in a fucking bad mood.
I think the only time I've ever said with all due respect, it was followed up with you can suck my dick.
Yeah, no, I've never done that.
Yeah.
I always have a hard time trusting people when they lead off their sentence with, in all honesty. Because as soon as, if you have to convince me that it's honest, I'm already thinking you're a deceptive son of a bitch.
That's a good one. I never thought about that.
It's always bothered me. People are like, look, in all honesty, okay, aren't you always honest with me? Or now I have to fucking think about everything you've said, and are you honest? Earnest. Do you have any fidelity for me? Ooh, fidelity.
Fidelity. What does fidelity mean?
Loyalty.
Okay.
Love. Cherish.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I just thought
I have fidelity for you.
I thought it was just a financial institution.
No.
I mean, I knew it was a word. But...
It's another word for, like, magnificence also.
Okay. I am very fidelity. Magnificent.
You're using it improperly.
I know,
Yeah.
that was the point. All right, next up, and I really feel like, Carrie, you're gonna get on board with this one. Is don't you know that the customer's always right?
I fucking hate that.
Because they're not always right.
Whoever says that can go to hell. Okay? Because whatever you're saying to me right now, if I'm trying to say that we're not doing that, it's because if I go to my boss and I say what you're trying to get me to do, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
That, along those lines, like fucking, if you're at a cash register and it doesn't scan, you're like, haha, must be free. Just fucking.
That shit,
Or I thought you were gonna get that today, when you hand them their check.
Oh fuck.
No,
no. We really need to get over this whole the customer is always right thing in society.
God, I could go off about customer shit too.
dude, as a former bar business owner, and it just, to this day, it just, the quickest way to shut me down if you were a customer, you know what you should do? What should I do? And they would give you you should have clowns come in on giraffes or something, just some outlandish shit. And after hearing that about 15 or 20 times a day, I'd be like, you know what, buddy? Why don't you fucking open a bar? And you can run it how you want. I'll run my bar my way.
Yeah, I can get down with that. All right, next up is It's My Truth.
God, I fucking dude, I can't stand that.
People who say that probably are saying that as they're sipping a White Claw.
Yes.
Yeah, some more basic ass white bitch shit. God, I can't fucking stand that shit.
My truth. Have you ever said that, Kara? No?
I've never even heard that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like like you're legit. You have crystals in hand, and you're fucking praying to the Pisces and Aquarius zodiac gods. But it's my truth. Fuck your truth.
Bitch,
It's
your
your
truth is-
opinion, whore.
Yes. Oh my God.
Like, it doesn't have to be a woman that says that. I digress a little bit.
Men can be whores too, bro.
Like, oh, that one's touchy. Oh my God.
There
Oh,
are
I'm with
men
you.
that are men into crystals too,
Oh,
I know.
and they're worse than the women.
Dude, I'm telling you. Yesterday, I met one. At the fucking tattoo convention, they had like a whole booth for fucking like crystals and shit or whatever. I'm like, goddamn hippies. And I just kept on walking, and there was the guy like, ooh, I can feel the energy off of this one. I'm like, like I hear that shit. I'm like, dude, shove it up your ass.
Bro, if you
And
say,
ironically,
He
there's
probably
like
does.
There's a dildo made out of fucking crystal right next to it. Oh, there you go, bud.
if you say my truth, you're a pretentious fuck.
Dude, God, I'm getting heated.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking physically hot from this.
Golly. I mean, look, if you worship the zodiac or fucking crystals or a fucking pebble you found in the creek, more power to you if it makes you happy.
But we will make fun of you.
Probably.
When somebody asks me my zodiac sign, I straight up lie to them now. Cause like there's no bearing to it. Like, I bet you're an, what is it, Leo. Yep, you nailed me. Top notch.
Are you a Leo?
No, but I just hit one. It's my God-given right.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
You
bro.
hear that one a lot today. It's my God-given right. Okay.
You're about to get Tyler's God-given left, motherfucker. All right, anyways.
God didn't give you shit, you motherfucker. God, I hate that.
The next one is a really good one. Is only God can judge me.
I fucking hate that
Don't-
too.
Don't judge me.
God.
Like, judging is something that happens in an instant. You like my
does.
fake snap there? Dude, it almost sounded like a snap. You hear that? I'm getting there.
I told
Oh,
you
shit.
to do this.
That's so weird. But anytime somebody says only God can judge me, like, no, bitch, I'm judging you right now.
Well, God's gonna judge you a slut just like me.
Again, this doesn't have to be women.
Men can be sluts. Why,
Yeah.
why do you gotta assume?
I don't hear anybody other than white women say that shit. No offense, Kara, I promise.
All right. God, that one really is. That one's horrible. Or people that even say I don't judge, like, motherfucker.
I don't see color. Shut the fuck up.
I don't judge. Yeah, you do, motherfucker. We all judge. Sorry, not sorry is the next one. I've used that one many a times.
I don't think I've ever used that.
No, I couldn't look myself in the mirror if I used that. Sorry, not sorry. Hashtag I'm a douche. No. Sorry, bro.
I've definitely used that one.
You are a lonely island on that one.
Hey, you know, I can deal with that as long as I get to sing about boats.
I'm on a boat.
I fucked a mermaid. I'm brutally honest. Anybody who is like,
Anybody has to emphasize the brutally part of that is a fucking dick.
I think anybody that has to emphasize that they're honest
Yeah.
is not honest. Like, honesty is, again, it's kind of like the alpha thing. Kara, I see you wanting to talk. Go ahead. Oh, okay, my bad.
I tell people there's a great deal of many things I am, but a liar is not one of them.
I
That-
use
That is something I say often.
brutally honest. I just do, because I just don't fucking filter my shit.
Sure.
And so my friends have always known if you want an honest opinion, and it may not be the right opinion, but if you want to know what's on my mind, I just don't fucking filter it. You know, if you come to me, hey, do I look good in this? No, you don't. You look fucking fat and disgusting. Go change your clothes.
Hell yeah.
I respect honesty, but if you emphasize that, like, oh hey, I'm just brutally honest, like,
Yeah.
like no, I give an honest opinion, like you were saying, like I'll give you an honest opinion if you ask for it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't sit there and like, no, I'm brutally honest.
Honesty is a weird thing, though, when you think about it. I mean, there's like universal truths, which are honest. Math can't lie. Math is either right or wrong. It's brutally honest. But honesty also has a filter that's perspective. You know, honesty to you might be different from you, so on and so forth. I mean,
And your truth could change tomorrow.
and your truth can change tomorrow. Just I don't know where I was going with that.
I get what you're saying. It makes perfect sense.
Does it?
Yeah, no, it really does. Like, the only thing that... I get it. The only thing... Factual things is what are brutally honest. 2 + 2 is 4. That's brutal honesty. I get it.
Yep.
However, speaking of math, did you know that a few years back they tried to get pi changed to a flat 3.2 because they said that the math was done on it wrong?
Yeah, but you can't make a wheel without pi. Yeah.
So, unless we've all been driving around on funky wheels.
That which starts bitter ends sweet, and that which starts sweet ends bitter.
Does it?
Yeah. That is the duality of life. I have no idea where I came up with that, but it's fucking deep.
My head hurts now.
Burnt toast. All right, next up is I've been through worse. Oh, that is the fucking worst, though.
I do hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I use that a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. As a cancer survivor, I always have to remind myself, you know,
But-
fucking...
If you're saying it to yourself, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're saying it to others, like, that's...
I say it to others, and people are like, oh, man, if something bad happened or whatever, I feel bad for you. I've been through worse. I'll be okay.
I always tell people it can get worse.
Yeah.
I tell people that.
See, I try not to because I want somebody, if somebody feels valid enough in what they're saying to vent to me, I don't want them to I don't want to make them feel like I'm trying to diminish what they're going through.
That is circumstantial, and I would agree with you on that. Like, if they're complaining, if somebody's coming into work and bitching like, God, I don't want to fucking be here, I hate it here, I'm like, oh, well, it can be worse. But if there's something in their life that is going on that is just like a huge bummer, dude, then like, yes, I'm going to validate it. Like, I'm not going to sit there and say like, oh, don't worry, I've been through worse, it's okay. Or whatever. Because I've had people try to tell that to me. And like, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, I'm sad and depressed. I don't need you fucking trying to invalidate my feelings on why I'm sad and depressed. Thank you.
All right, my last one is I just call it as I see it. I'm guilty of saying this, but it is kind of a jerk thing to say.
It's the same thing as brutal honesty. They go, I'm just brutally honest. Or
I don't want to state the obvious.
But I do want to state the obvious.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got anything before we close up shop today?
Why are you looking at me first, man?
I don't know. I'm just going around the room.
It's always me first. I don't know if
This is where you sit. You're going to have to change your seat next time.
Maybe I will.
All right, maybe you should.
Maybe I will.
I'm just calling it as I see
I
it.
think next time I'm going to give Kara the seat of power.
Do we want that
The
episode
seat
to
of
drop?
power for what?
This is the seat of power.
I think we should start leaving the shows on a cliffhanger. That's answered at the beginning of the next episode.
on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and then it's answered at the very beginning of the next episode before we even get into the top 5.
Well, what is today's cliffhanger?
I don't know. I just came up with the idea, dude. I'm giving you bullets. It's up to you to fire them.
All right, well, we're going to fire this
I think
on
we're
the
going to have
next
to do it
episode.
with you just being like the, like, since you do the actual closing and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to have to say like half of a statement and I'll fucking just randomly pause it.
All right, I'll come up with something for the next episode then.
Okay.
I mean, it could be,
I
whatever.
like it, though.
You could, like, fart and be like, did Tyler actually fart or shart? Find out next week.
Schrodinger's underwear.
Oh, God.
Gross.
I think we should leave with a cliffhanger. Like, it's like suspense. Or suspension. Suspenders. I just ordered a pair.
All right, how are we going to do this today with no Miles? Do you got anything today for us, Kara?
Nope.
I got shit.
All right, how are we going to do this today? Because, look, Dan, we're just going to go around the room.
Oh, I got it. To all you people having babies today, happy Labor Day.
Yeah, happy fucking Labor
Happy
Day.
Labor Day.
I
That's a good
think
one.
you got the wrong kind of labor, but I'm here for it.
When I was a kid, that's really what I thought it was. I
Yeah.
thought they were celebrating. I thought it was just a big mass day where bitches cranked out kids.
Hey, mothers need more appreciation. So.
I did, man. I thought Labor Day was just a day that pregnant people. I thought it was. I was all for
How
it.
old were you when you discovered that it wasn't?
Like 12.
Okay. See, Kara is judging you 11 and on.
But also,
when I got my
than
first
before.
job.
like you know how they call tow trucks wreckers? Hey, look, there goes a wrecker.
I've never heard that.
Really? You have? Well, as a kid, I thought that was a truck that's job was to go and wreck into other cars. And I don't know why, but I wanted that job. I'm like, I want to do that when I grow up. Oh, there's a car. Boom! Let's take it away.
That'd be dope. All right, so I think you're going to have to say that's all we got for today. And then you're going to have to say, in the meantime. Can we do this? Mm-hmm. We got this without Miles here today? All right.
What am I saying?
We obviously don't have this.
What am I saying?
That's all we got for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is all we've got today.
In the meantime.
In the betweens time.
If you let a motherfucker shenan once, you best believe they're going to shenan again. Cue the music.
Oh, you're fucking dumb.